So I'm seeing reports of my little homie who was murdered not too long ago. And the one common thread I keep seeing on the local pages is a man was found dead, a man was shot, etc., etc. And I'm saying to myself, like, he wasn't a man. Son was only 18. Yeah, I get it. He was legally an adult, but I also recognize that society does not see black children as children. Now, I knew my little homie ever since age 12. And all the years I've known him, he's always tried countless times over and over again to try to be a man. And it got me thinking and reminded me how patriarchy isn't just toxic when it comes to black women, but it's extremely problematic when it comes to us as black men. Because these ideas and images of manhood are social constructs that we are literally dying for. It's the societal pressure that's on young boys at a very young age to go out there and try to be a man by any means. And that any means result is usually by some sort of death or suffering. There's a suffering because we're reducing the value as men as simply protectors and providers who need very little empathy or sympathy or any emotional practice at all to operate as men. And so we start to become pretenders at a very young age, and we carry that all the way into adulthood. And yes, I understand that society has little room when it comes to us having any type of emotional practice because people can give a fuck sometimes about a black man's feelings. But that world itself was created by patriarchy that said that real men don't operate off emotion. That emotion was for a lesser species, a weaker species, that was women. So if we want those spaces and we understand that, we got to start with creating those spaces within each other. And to quote the great urban scholar Marlon Stansfield, we can't just have it one way. Meaning, we can't just be asking for this emotional support as we continue to support any form of patriarchy. And most importantly, I'm speaking as someone who was once a youth counselor for 10 years, and I work with young black males who constantly put their life on the line because they felt like they always had to prove their manhood. So all I'm saying is that we could be more than that. We don't have to just be providers and protectors. We can also be nurturers and comforters, especially to the little homies and mentees that are coming up under us. And no, I'm not talking that real men got to dress in a suit and tie, speak the Queen's English, and pull their pants up, because ain't none of that got shit to do with young black youth dying. And if you feel that way, it's probably because you one of them skin folks that care more about building your little brand and your little so-called social status than you do about black lives. To those who hear and understand, salute to you, and let's continue to do the work. To the majority that probably don't, you can kick rocks because you was part of the problem anyway. RIP to my little homie Gaddafi and my little homie Quran.